Hello and welcome to Young Turks, the show that's been your weekend guide to all things entrepreneurial for the past 12 years. I'm Shireen Bhan. Today we turn our focus to the food and beverage industry in India, which is currently worth $41 billion and is expected to grow at the rate of 11% to touch $68 billion by 2013, as per the National Restaurant Association of India. Now, while researching today's show, we realized that Indian startups are involved in a myriad of activities in the F&B space, and the spread on this show is evidence enough. We bring you a chef, an author, a restaurant on wheels, a chocolate cafe, and an online aggregator of hotels and even consultants for the F&B market. Our first guest, 41-year-old Michelin-starred chef Vikas Khanna, is India's answer to Gordon Ramsay. Having studied at the Culinary Institute of America, Cornell University, the New York University, and even the prestigious Le Cordon Bleu in Paris, Vikas wears many hats. He's a chef, a restaurateur, a food writer, a filmmaker, and most recently, the host of the popular TV show MasterChef India. Vikas currently has his plate full with his restaurant Junoon, the only Michelin-starred Indian restaurant in New York. Take a look at his story.
I'm proud to be in a part of this Young Turks fraternity. I think it's fantastic that we celebrate the spirit of actually using your heart more than your brain.
And 42-year-old Michelin-starred chef Vikas Khanna's heart lies in a kitchen right in the heart of Manhattan, a place he quite literally calls Junoon. Vikas set up the Indian food restaurant Junoon in 2005 with his partner Rajesh Bhardwaj, and he hasn't looked back ever since. Raised in Amritsar, Vikas says he learned the art of cooking from his grandmother, and his first brush with serving food to people was at the Golden Temple itself during his teenage years. From his first venture, which was a catering company that he started at the age of 17, to authoring 10 books and partnering with top chefs like Gordon Ramsay, Bobby Flay and Martha Stewart, Vikas has surely come a long way.
We have a very small menu as compared to most of the competition in New York City, because I want to focus on certain things which are on the back burner. I think that's very powerful. If you come to my restaurant, you have dish from Oriya, and the next dish comes from Pondicherry, and the third dish comes from, of course, Punjab. I'm giving space to dishes which are less known. So when the customer comes and they see something new on the menu and they trust the face of the restaurant, they feel that, let me order that to discover a new flavor.
And his passion for his native cuisine has elevated the simple curry from a $6 tuck shop meal to a $40 fine dining experience. And even though there's no immediate plan to open another Junoon yet, Vikas's 11th cookbook, Savor Mumbai, is ready for launch, and he's currently writing an encyclopedia on Indian cuisine, which will include 2,000 recipes and will hit the bookstores in 2016.
Vikas, here's wishing you the very best of luck with all your plans. It is now time for YT International, and this week belongs to David Roche, the president of Hotels.com. It's an online provider of hotel accommodation, and the website has been part of the US online booking giant Expedia for 10 years. David currently manages a team of 2,500 employees and oversees business in 40 countries, and he's been credited for increasing the company's turnover 50-fold since he took over in 2003. Young Turks caught up with David to find out what Hotels.com has planned for India.
Hotels.com is a leading provider of lodging worldwide today, and David Roche, who heads the venture, believes it was the internet boom of the late 1990s that steered him towards the online hospitality industry.
You go back 10 and 15 years ago, this was the birth of the internet. So the internet was really part of the story of the times. And where those two things met, in a business like Hotels.com, that's just a wonderful place to be.
After an MBA from INSEAD and a couple of startups later, David joined Hotels.com in the year 2003 and has driven the expansion of the business from a handful of sites to a leading hotel booking portal in Europe, the Middle East and Africa, with operations in 30 countries and 24 languages. Hotels.com today lists more than 200,000 properties across the globe, ranging from 5-star luxury hotels to B&Bs and even service apartments. Booking 10 million rooms globally every year, the London-based company takes a commission for each transaction. Responsible for defining and delivering the global strategy of Hotels.com, David is now betting big on India.
The country as a whole has built a wonderful brand around the world. Incredible India is a campaign that is known in many, many parts of the world. Now, our business, we are very, very attracted, not only to providing accommodation solutions for Indians, but remember, for the rest of the world coming into India.
David, here's wishing you the very best of luck. Over the last 12 years, Young Turks has highlighted innovative business ideas, brought you new business models, and got you up to speed with young entrepreneurs in India who matter. Earlier this year, CNBC TV 18 tied up with the Stern Fisher Angel Investor Network to bring you the Startup India Funding Challenge, a first-of-its-kind challenge on Indian television. The winning venture is an idea that can transform not just a neighborhood, a city or a state, but India, and the winner will receive up to $1 million in angel funds, along with access to VCs, incubation, mentoring, and of course being featured on our very own Young Turks. We now bring you a roundup of the mentoring or icebreaker sessions that are currently underway. Take a look. Today, CNBC TV 18's Young Turks, along with the Stern Fisher Angel Network, bring you the Startup India Funding Challenge.
It is common knowledge that an idea can give birth to a book. But when it comes to the Startup India Funding Challenge, a book gave birth to an idea.
Author Rohit Prasad gives you a glimpse into the passion and perils of being an entrepreneur.
One of the most promising things happening on the Indian landscape is actually the emergence of this whole new breed of entrepreneurs who see the sky as the limit.
The challenge opened in February, and by the deadline in March, the Stern Fisher Angel Network had received 411 applications that resulted in 53 startups being shortlisted for the icebreaker or mentoring sessions with the creme de la creme of Indian investors. Post the mentoring, about 20 teams will be selected for the final challenge to be held in September. 73% of the applicants were startups, and the challenge even saw participation from international entrepreneurs. With the majority of applicants from the telecom, IT and internet services space, most of the startups required investments of over $500,000. So we asked Ranjit Shastri of the Stern Fisher Angel Network, and do you remember K. Sri Krishna, Executive Director at the National Entrepreneurship Network, what they're looking for in startups.
Angel investors generally look for ventures that can deliver a good return with less risk. The Stern Fisher Angels are looking for ventures that have the following attributes. Technology, it could be including green technology or clean technology, a great team, social impact, scalability, and global potential.
The key attribute that we'll be looking for in the Startup Challenge is really how real a business has the entrepreneur built. Is it only at an idea stage? Do they have a real product? More importantly, do they have real customers using this product? And best of all, do they have customers paying for this product? And are more customers likely to pay for this product?
And the social impact investing is no longer just a niche. Consider this bit of news, in fact. According to a Reuters report, Goldman Sachs, Warburg Pincus and Sequoia Capital are amongst the investors that pumped in $520 million into India's basic healthcare industry in 2012. That compared with just $137 million in 2011, and analysts predict the investment could surpass $1 billion in 2013. And this is a space where the Startup India Funding Challenge too received close to 11% of all applications.
Hi, I'm Shyam, looking for the funding for Seva Mob. I'm a contender of Startup India Funding Challenge.
Launched in 2011, Seva Mob delivers affordable primary healthcare and insurance to low-income consumers. Seva Mob currently operates mobile clinics in Lucknow, Kakuri, Mohanlalganj, Barabanki in India and Liberia in Africa. We asked Soni Iqbal of the Stern Fisher Angel Network what advice he's looking to give to entrepreneurs like Shyam.
On one hand, you may not have planned for all the resources that you need because you think that everything is going to go hunky-dory and you will get what you want and you'll get the numbers that you want. And when things don't go quite the way that they want to, they struggle. And the other piece is being able to manage resources. Not all of them are able to manage resources, and those resources can include money, it can include people.
Also a contender in the race to finish is Rushi Trivedi, Director and CEO of Smile Merchants that offers low-cost dental care to Tier 2 and 3 cities, towns and villages. Priced at 1,000 rupees as an annual fee for a family of 4, Rushi feels his model is less capital intensive, highly scalable and makes a deep social impact as well. And guiding Rushi is accredited executive coach Vikas Verma of the Sternfisher Angel Network.
Let's take all of these challenges one by one and take me through how you've been able to work out a strategy to meet each challenge and grow beyond that.
Hi, I'm Akash, co-founder of Tao Education. We are contender for Startup India Funding Challenge, and today we are here for an icebreaker session with Vishal.
Akash Baruth of TAO, which is an open-source educational content provider, was teamed up with Vishal Mehta, co-founder of Lok Advisory Services, for his icebreaker. Lok Capital has been making long-term equity investments in social enterprises since 2001, and with its second fund raised in 2011, Lok is focusing on disruptive educational ventures such as the Hippocampus.
A very important phenomena that has occurred in India over the last decade or so is again just the amount of people and the number of people who are now getting enthused by startup slash an entrepreneurial opportunity. I think that excitement still needs to be matched up with the equal amount of support. Capital is one part of it, human resources is the other part of it, policy and regulatory framework is the other part of it, and all that.
We also asked entrepreneur Akash Baruth how he plans to allocate the $1 million if he wins this challenge.
We like to invest our funds in product development, which means by hiring better talent in area of technology and pedagogy. We also like to focus on acquiring users.
Here's wishing all 53 startups the very best of luck for the grand finale in September. Remember, the Startup India Funding Challenge will conclude then.